Hey, creative ones. It's Melissa D'Antoni. I have a little bit of a cold here, so I might make today's video brief. But today's day 4 in harvesting the gifts of your ancestry. Yeah? We're going to be talking about scarcity. And this is one of my, hey, Kelly, how's it going? Yeah, if you guys are here, give me some thumbs up. Feel free to share this video, likes, hearts, make some comments. I think everyone can relate to this feeling of lack or scarcity, or this core belief as it comes up, hey Bruce, of not enough. Like I'm somehow not enough, or there's not enough to go around, or all of my needs aren't going to be met, or just this belief, this self-fulfilling prophecy that there's not enough, there's not going to be enough to meet my needs. And ultimately it's a disconnect from source, from our creator source. Hey Janet, thanks for joining, you guys. And bear with me while my throat is a little bit of a cold. Hey Michelle. So this is a pattern that is, I think, just, I see in every family line, every client that I work with, and every family line, because it is so part of our conditioning and our culture, and it's something that we're actually evolving out of, right? So this belief of not enough, that I'm not enough, like there's not enough money, there's not enough love, there's not enough resources, there's not enough food, there's not enough opportunities, there's not enough people, there's not enough clients, there's not enough, whatever it is, there's not enough. At the root of this core belief is, at the root of this pattern is a core belief of I am not enough. And it is ultimately a disconnect from source and the creator. Hey Mark. And that, our sort of divine right of abundance. And that when we are truly aligned in our wholeness, there's always enough. There's always enough. And this isn't just about money, y'all. This isn't just about money. This isn't just about, it is about love in many ways, but it's so multidimensional, right? Because it's about ourselves being enough, other people being enough, and if we start to really heal those inner traumas and the patterns and the belief systems that get passed down, and this belief that there's not enough, of course it can be about money and scarcity. And if you have ancestors that lived through the Depression, there's usually a lot of trauma around that. And those belief systems, until they're healed and resolved and up-leveled and evolved, they get passed down, right? Like money doesn't grow on trees, and all the beliefs that we have about money that get passed down from our family line and from the culture too. I think that's a big part of it as well. So we live in a society, a modern day society, that is really rooted in this belief of lack, and it perpetuates it. I mean, our whole commercialized society, is based, and if you look at certain marketing, it's always selling you something from a place of you are not enough. And if you buy into that, it can be a trap. So something to pay attention to, right? So this core belief of not enough, of scarcity, again, the root is from this trauma, and that trauma gets passed down. So what you need to know to free yourself is it's really important that you realize the gift of scarcity in your family line is to bring it into consciousness, do the soul work, and the lesson is abundance. So it's learning how to transform those beliefs and evolve them into a perspective of abundance and prosperity. And again, this is not just about money. It really starts with I am enough. I am enough. There's enough resources. The earth is enough. There's enough love. There's enough, and it's finding the beauty and the magic and the abundance in everyday things. I was sitting with my daughter this morning on the front porch, beautiful day in Austin. We're both a little sick. And we were just looking at all the butterflies that were just coming to the flowers that are blooming on our front porch. There were several of them, and it was just like the magic and the abundance in that moment. You know, it's like really finding those little moments that if you are focusing so much on this inner tape and story of, I don't have enough, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this in my life, or I need this in my life to be perfect, or or there's not enough money, or If you're always focused on not enough, you will continue to create that. We have to start training our minds to look for abundance, to look for scarcity, to cultivate the love and the joy in the moment. And it is you may have ancestors that were so focused in scarcity, that were like, there's not enough love, and they were always wanting and needing, and there was not enough money, and it's never enough, and hey Morgan, there's not enough this, that, and the other. And it's really, really important that we learn, to master our minds and focus on what it is that we want to create. And it comes from shifting those karmic patterns at a root level. And scarcity is a big one. It's a really big one. So why does this get passed down in families? Well, it gets passed down in families because people settle for those patterns of belief because it's what's been told, and they don't think outside. They don't think beyond that. They don't choose to evolve it. They just take what's been done in the past as their own limitation, right? And it's up to us to choose to evolve it. Yeah? So that is our work. If you're watching this video, you're being called to elevate your own consciousness, your own belief systems, your own experience and belief about yourself. This is actually rooted in your self-worth, your self-value, and believing that you are enough, right? That you have everything you need in this moment to feel incredibly abundant and joyful and free. And I know that's surprising, but play with it because it's true. It doesn't matter how much money is in your bank account, or if you are with a partner or with not, or, whatever, if you have a child or not have a child, whatever it is, like, you can find the abundance and joy in that moment, regardless of your external world. And you learn to shift your emotional frequency to match that as well. Really powerful. And we do that when we do the family karmic work. It's really, really potent. So what you need to know to free yourself is the actual lesson, and the gift is abundance, and it's learning how to train your mind to focus on that, and also release all of these patterns, all this energy, this karmic energy that's stuck in scarcity. And we do that in the karmic alchemy work. So this is why people stay stuck, is they get complacent. They're like, they get attached to a belief that this is the way it is, this is the way it's always been, and they don't choose to think beyond what's really possible. So again, it really does require self-love. It requires a willingness and a trust and a desire for freedom to evolve beyond. Because that's what your soul is calling you towards. It's calling you towards your full creative potential, and the truth of that, the divine truth. Ultimately, is about you and the divine, and your relationship with the divine. And if you believe that you will be given everything that you need in this moment to create whatever it is that you need, for whatever you're here to do in that moment. So trust that. You'll be guided, whether it's inspiration that you need, the passion that you need, the drive to take action, right? To break the cycles, to create a new story, to create a new legacy, to create a new money legacy, right? To really define it on your own terms, rather than just take what has been getting passed down to you from your family line or from your from the culture too. Yeah, so really trusting your own inner knowing, your own inner sovereignty, your own inner truth, your inner authority of what's true for you. And that may look different from other people. I think that's important to mention as well. And again, this is not about blaming our ancestors. Our ancestors have set us up for this pivotal shift to clear and evolve our whole family line. So choose it. Yeah? So if you're interested in joining me on November 1st, book a karmic assessment with me. I think the link is above. You can get a free family karmic assessment where we look at where these patterns show up in your family line and what you need to do to break the cycle. And then you can join me on All Souls Day, November 1st. It's going to be super fun for a private virtual intensive. I'll be talking more about that here. You can also private message me or book a karmic assessment, and we can talk more if this work is calling for you. It's very powerful. You will feel an immediate visceral shift, and the breakthroughs that I personally have felt in my own family line, in my own relationships, and in my clients, I mean, are just, pretty, they're quantum shifts. They're massive. And it's because we work on all the dimensions using creative alchemy and creative karmic alchemy, using paint to clear and evolve and rewire these patterns down to a cellular level. So I hope you'll join me. Sending you so much love on this beautiful Sunday, wherever you are. If you're watching this later, again, please feel free to write comments. Share this with someone that you may feel could benefit, and really choose to do that work to evolve, whether it's with me or somebody else, to evolve your story around scarcity and lack, around this karmic imprint, because it's something that we all are being invited to evolve for, not only for our individual selves, but for the collective. So I'm sending you so much love. Have a beautiful day. Bye.